What's new? What's hot? What's shot? I need more. Streaming live at VON.com. I want to remind everybody about Vaughn TV. Vaughn TV is absolutely off the chain. If you are not on Vaughn TV, you ain't happening. I'm telling you, Vaughn TV is just doing its thing. Big shout to Melody Span Cooper, Pierre Cooper, the WVON family. Man, it's off the chain. Make sure that you check out Vaughn TV on that streaming service. All right, 591-1690. That is the number. West Side, we're going to be talking about this tonight. The debate.
Yeah. So everybody's been, I was watching the debate that night, and everybody was talking about how they just hated the debate and how everything was just crazy. And I'm going to be honest with you, I absolutely enjoyed it.
You're a political science major.
I enjoyed the debate because you see, when you watch, and I've seen a lot of debates, when you watch debates, they're so structured and, and that's how they should be generally. But here's the thing. These two old guys was like Ali and Frazier, man. And y'all don't understand. These two old guys like Ali and Frazier, man, they're the same generation. They on different sides. Dude, y'all should, trust me, this is very rare that you would see something like that. And I enjoyed it. It was linguistically, verbally, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because here comes downtown Donnie with the nice suit on saying my dad owns this. And here comes Blue Collar Joe with the right hook. Like, look, you ain't going to have this. We not going to do this. See, Donnie thought that he was going to do to Joe what he did to Hillary in 2016 because Hillary is all prissy. And, I respect Hillary Clinton.
Sure.
But Joe got down in the mud with him and got dirty. He was like, no, brother, because I'm a blue-collar man from Pittsburgh. You not doing me like this. And I think he shook him. He shook DT.
Okay.
He shook him.
And so now they're rewriting the book when it comes to debates now. It's presidential debates. The presidential committee immedially released a statement saying we're going to restructure the way this whole thing. Like
they're going to make it more like that one because here's the thing, man. That's what you want to see, brother. You want to see two people go at it. You want some order. You do want some order, but at the same time, you want to see the zestfulness, the robustness of the. You want to see the verbal aggressiveness and the passion, and that's what I liked about it. Joe came alive. They gave him some ginkgo biloba, and he just went for it. Because let me tell you something. This is the thing about old guys that I know.
Okay.
Look, an old guy, they get kind of slow and everything. They don't remember everything. But when they get mad, they remember stuff you done did to them 50 years ago. And it just come out. And so you had two old guys that was mad at each other. And, man, you saw it, man. Y'all enjoy this because you're not going to see this very often. Enjoy it. Realize that, hey, this is how it is behind the scenes. What you actually saw is politicians behind the scenes. Because trust me, that was very PG.
Well,
I've been in meetings where they really get down, man. Words was nice.
And,
their words was nice, brother.
Will is Super Bowl excited.
I like it.
Was it like the Super Bowl?
Was it a Super? It wasn't the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna tell you this, bro.
You
look here.
Your seat, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Look. If I had to guess the next round of debates, I'm gonna give it to Joe. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had people texting me saying Joe doing good. And I'm like, yeah, I figured he would do good because Joe likes a good argument.
Are you saying Trump got this one?
Huh?
Are you saying Trump got this one?
Did he win this one? I don't think he did because Joe had everything to win. He had everything to gain. Trump had everything to lose. But you knew Trump was going to be crass. Come on now. This man been doing this for the last 4 years. We remember when he walked around Hillary Clinton and he was interrupting her speaking.
So intimidating.
Why did you expect him to do the same? To not do the same thing with Joe?
Yeah.
He just picked the wrong guy this time because this was a verbal street fight. This was a street fight. Y'all don't even realize what you saw.
And now, is it all a moot point now? Because now,
no, it's not moot. Because what would they talk? The next one will be about the economy. The next one will be about foreign policy.
But
what they talk about,
Trump
or it will be about foreign policy.
But he's going into quarantine now for the next 2 weeks. Should he? I think that is.
I think he's running. I think he's running away.
I think it's a bigger. Okay, so you're saying that he
realized that he picked the wrong one. He picked the wrong
So
one.
are you saying, because we're going to talk about it later on in tonight's program.
Right.
Loretta, I see you, right? I know you're
I'm
trying to get
I'm going to lay off a little bit because I got some other stuff. But yeah.
But here's the thing,
I got to keep them on the edge.
Are you inferring
Uh-huh.
that the coronavirus that he and his wife have contracted, that it was a convenience?
I think it's a strong possibility. I think it's a very strong
Interesting.
possibility.
But Red, I think that we were doing pre-production on this, and you were saying the same thing. Help me with this. Help me better understand.
She might
the
have a
logic.
different ideology. I know you do, but
No, I'm just.
Nella?
It's impossible to say whether or not he's lying.
You're right.
We don't see the
Why
test
would someone
results,
lie about
or
having
if he
COVID?
even took the test.
Well, he
Because
lied.
We don't know if before when he claimed that he took it that he actually didn't have it when he said that he didn't.
But
So
what-
it's hard to say, but it's just really convenient that as much as he is anti-mask and he's in all these different places in close quarters with people, he's not social distancing. It's just really convenient that all of a sudden, now that these debates are underway, now he's diagnosed with COVID.
Yeah, because downtown Donnie got spanked.
He wasn't expecting.
And I think he liked
wasn't
it, but
expecting Joe
he
to go
had
toe
to
for
step
toe.
back for
I'm
a
really
minute.
trying to connect the dots on this, right?
Right.
So I don't think, me personally, I don't think that a person would say I have COVID because I lost this debate. I just don't.
Not
think.
because I lost this debate, but we all
But-
see that he's a man of strategy.
He might
There's
not
gotta
want the
be
next
something to
debate.
it.
He
Yeah.
might not want the next
Ladies
debate.
and gentlemen, I want to say this to you. All right, I know we just got started tonight, but we're going to be picking this conversation back up later on in tonight's program because there's just so much to unwrap when we talk about this. Will, Netta, but he got Secret Service people around him.
Right.
You know, if his wife has it, that means that his wife handlers, they have it. That means that the Secret Service men who are surrounding Trump, that they have it. When you look at him be on Air Force One, when you look at him being on a helicopter, etc., do you know the close proximities that all of those people sit in? Which is, well, okay. So
And
after a
remember,
certain
he's
time
still
on
been
tonight,
having rallies.
and then he flew out yesterday.
Right.
And still was trying to denounce that he's not a racist and was still not saying, telling the Proud Boys and all of the other races that, that they should, stand down and all this other. The point that I am making, later on in tonight's program, I think around the 7:30 hour, we're going to pick this conversation back up because it's something to be talked about. Trump has lied, and I really think that this really should be a turning point in America as it relates to people voting. You know, we do fact checking all the time. We know how many times he lied. We know how many times he interrupted Joe Biden during the first presidential debate. But now, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. He got COVID. Him and his wife and the first aide. And who else knows who has that? We'll pick it back up.
The dog. got COVID.
Yeah, all of that. When we return, Beloved Family Wellness Center, they're hosting a free COVID testing and mass care package giveaway on Saturday, October 10th from 10 to 2. We'll be talking to them. It's the Kendall Moore Show. Show 591-1690. That is the number to connect. We are also streaming live on Facebook at the Kendall D Moore Show and at WVON.com. Joining me now on the live line, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard them here at WVON before, and I tell you, they are making a tremendous impact in the community. People who I tremendously respect. The Beloved Family Wellness Center. Again, they're going to be hosting a free COVID testing and a mass care package giveaway on Saturday, October 10th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. The location is 2233 West 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois. Joining me now on the live line is a tremendous person who's doing wonderful works in the community throughout Chicago and the world. The CEO, Miss Margie Johnson, and Miss Aja Metcalf. Miss Johnson, how are you?
I'm doing good, and I hope you are too. And we're glad to be on again.
Listen, we are excited to have you on here at WVON. Miss Johnson, without taking too much of your time introducing you, Remind the WVON listening audience who you are and what you do relative to Beloved Family Wellness Center.
Okay. I'm Margie Johnson. I am the Chief Executive Officer for the Beloved Community Family Wellness Center that's located in the greater Inglewood community, 6821 South Halsted Street. And we serve all life cycles from birth all the way to the geriatric age, providing medical, behavior health, mental health, substance use disorders, psychiatry services, dental care. We even provide transportation. We pick patients up from their home and bring them to and from their appointment. We are also involved with outreach, and our services include prenatal care, anything that a person, anything they need in terms of health care, they need to come out and visit with us if they don't have a provider or a doctor, and we will assess you and assist you with your needs. In addition to that, we are in the community, and we are, like Kendall is saying, preparing for October the 10th to do a COVID-19 testing at the Liberty Temple 4 Gospel Church. We are excited about it. It's not only Liberty Temple 4 Gospel Church, gifts from God's ministry. It's a church that's supporting this. Inglewood Rush United Methodist Church will be there. St. Mark United Methodist Church and Hope Presbyterian Church are all churches that are involved in this event. We would like for the community to come out. Our goal is to keep our community healthy, safe, and informed. We want to make sure that individuals know about what is needed to prevent themselves from the possibilities of getting COVID, the coronavirus. It is something that if you're not wearing your mask, you're making yourself more applicable to catching the disease. So it's important not only that you wear a mask, but you wear it the correct way. Wash your hands on a regular basis, and make sure you practice social distancing and shelter in place. Right now, there's no vaccine that is being given out. So until there's a vaccine, it's hard to say not to follow the guidelines that are out there. And if you have any of the symptoms, you want to be tested. So on the 10th, we will provide drive-up and walk-up services. And we would hope to have Walgreens with us providing the flu shots. Hope Presbyterian Church will be giving out free school supplies, and we will be giving out free masks and other items. So we want the community to come out to participate. We want to educate you about your health and about staying free of the coronavirus.
Ms. Johnson, when we talk about the Beloved Family Wellness Center, there are a lot of people across the country because, of course, we stream on VON.com, the KendallMooreShow.com across the country. I really want to first of all, say thank you for the Beloved Family Wellness Center. The second part of what I want to say to you is thank you so very much for the work that you and your staff are providing to the city of Chicago. I want to take this time also to talk to Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Well, because we do this when it comes to getting services provided in the communities, Beretta,
Absolutely.
that matter. And Ms. Johnson and the Beloved Family Wellness Center, they are doing exactly that. Ms. Johnson, so I would be remiss if I did not ask you this question. President Trump has tested positive for COVID. Beloved Family Wellness Center is going to be hosting a free COVID testing and mask care package on Saturday, October 10th. Ms. Johnson, you already talked about the you're already working in the black community. Can you reiterate, because there were so many people across the country who call in to this show and say, Kendall, COVID is fake. Can you speak to how real it is and why the work that you all are doing, why it matters so much?
Well, it really does matter a lot because we want to keep our community healthy and safe. And with the, really no one, in my opinion, really know where this came from, where things are going. And until we have a vaccine, we need to follow the CDC guidelines in terms of wearing a mask. There are individuals out there who talk against the importance of wearing a mask, but it really makes a difference. And it's something that would help to keep you healthy. Also, washing your hands, you don't know how important that is.
It is.
But on a regular basis, we need to wash our hands on a regular basis. We need to practice the social distancing. And that's one way of keeping each of us healthy. I know that we have homes where you may not have a lot of room. Space become an issue.
Yep.
And even in your home, if you run into those types of situations, don't assume, well, we don't have it, so we don't have to wear the mask. You still should wear the mask, and the mask needs to cover your nose and your mouth. And you, as much as possible, try to keep some distance between you and other people. And listen to what the guidelines are. Don't listen to when you hear this is fake, because it's not fake. If it wasn't fake, then I don't think this would be happening to so many people. We have had so many people to die, millions of people to die over COVID. And some, they follow the guidelines.
Yep.
They're not sure where they got it, but something happened, and next thing you know, you have it. If you're within the age range, and that's 60 and older, then you really want to make sure that you really are following those guidelines. At first, that's all we were hearing, the age group of 60 and older.
Yes, ma'am.
Next thing you know, we heard about the children that are catching it. So we really don't know. There's so much unknown about this disease. So we really should follow the guidelines. Last night, we learned that the President of the United States has COVID.
Yep.
I wish him well. I hope he recovers and soon. I know he's in the hospital, I think, now, and hoping that soon he is up and about. But this is not fake news. This is real. And I hope people really follow along and just follow the guidelines. Save your life and save your family's life and your friends.
You know, it's so important, Ms. Johnson, when you talk about that and the fake news. You know, I people already know when they listen to the show how I feel about that. But the work that Beloved Family Wellness Center that you all are doing with the extended community, and so it's not limited to the elderly, but it's from the rooter to the tutor. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. When it comes to the young kids who are at home right now and their parents need their services, how does Beloved Family Wellness Center, how do you assist them, especially as it relates to PPE and social distancing? Like, people need help, but when you go to the doctor, you can't go into the doctor because they have you got to make an appointment.
Right.
Is it like that? Or how does that work with Beloved Family Wellness Center?
Well, for us, we have mobile units that are outside of our building. And this is at both our locations. We also have a location in Robbins, Illinois. So we have these mobile units where you go in, your temperature is taken. We're going to ask you the questions regarding the symptoms to see if you have any of those. If you respond yes, if you have a fever that's 100 and higher, then we would send you to the second mobile unit. A physician will come out and talk to you and determine what your next steps are going to be. We also do COVID testing. So
is it free, Ms. Johnson? Is it free? Is that what Walgreens is providing, or is it Beloved Family Wellness Center in conjunction with?
But Beloved is providing the COVID testing, and we do free COVID testing on Tuesdays.
Okay.
At both of our locations. when we do the event on the 10th, Walgreens will be with us, and Walgreens will be doing flu shots.
Got it.
We also do flu shots at our site, but for the event, Walgreens is going to do the flu shot.
Got it.
And so if a person wants to take a test, we will provide you a test. And right now we're getting the results back in 2 days, I think. Sometimes it may take a little longer, but mostly it's been coming back in about 2 days. So we are excited that we are able to tell individuals what their results are in that time frame. And if you are positive, the doctor is working with you to advise you in terms and assisting you with what you need to do. In addition to that, we are doing contact tracing where
I love
a
it.
family member,
I love it.
a friend,
Yes.
or somebody that you are in contact with, we want to talk to them to see if they may have any symptoms. We want them to come in and to also be tested.
Ms. Johnson.
And follow them.
Ms. Johnson, stay right here. Ms. Johnson is going to stay right here with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get back to that contact tracing when we return. The Beloved Family Wellness Center, Ms. Marjorie Johnson, she's on the line. It's the Kendall Moore Show.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago.
We are streaming live at VON.com. Make sure that you're checking out Vaughn TV, as well as the Kendall Moore Show. We're doing Facebook Live. Right now, live on our live line, the CEO of the Beloved Community Family Wellness Center, Miss Marjorie Johnson. She is on. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure that you are out there on Saturday, October 10th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. What's that, Will? You coming out, man?
Yeah, I'm there, man. I'm
Man,
there.
Beretta?
Yeah, I'm
Y'all
west
Y'all
side.
better come
I
out.
love
I'm
my
coming
side
out to
side.
hang out with Miss
Absolutely.
Johnson.
Yeah,
I'm telling
I'm a man
you,
about town.
it's always a great time. Big shout to Congressman Bobby
Yes,
Rush as
yes,
well.
yes.
Bobby Rush doing big things over
I
there.
used to work for Bobby Rush. I worked for him.
Will,
I
you have a
campaigned for him.
million jobs,
I
man.
campaigned for him.
Damn, Will.
I work for
Campaign.
every.
That's what I did.
know.
I campaigned. Shout out to him, Luana Peters, one of his supporters. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. He's one of my first bosses.
Bobby Rush?
Real talk. Real talk.
No, I tremendously
first
respect.
This guy.
Yeah, they gonna know me
Congressman.
when they see me.
All right.
It's just William.
The Beloved Community Family Wellness Center, Miss Johnson. I'm coming back to you right now. When we talk about contract tracing, you know how important it is. So important. I saw earlier today in a report that they're now giving certificates for contract tracing. Can you please elaborate on the importance of a contract tracer?
Okay, the contract tracer is to help identify those individuals who have come in contact with someone that has COVID, that's test positive for it, and to make sure that they are informed of what's going on and that they are getting the necessary help and support that they need. So if I was a person that was positive, they're going to want to know from me, who have I been in contact with? Whether it's in the state, out of the state, or wherever. They want to know who those individuals are. Then they're going to contact those individuals to let them know what's going on and to make sure that they are receiving the help and support that they need. And they're going to follow them until they see that they are okay. And we are in the process of hiring more individuals to do that. So if you feel that you meet the job qualifications for a contact tracer, please submit your resume. We are hoping within the next 2 or 3 weeks to have identified about 3 to 4 of those individuals to bring on.
That is absolutely
awesome.
fantastic. Ms. Johnson, let me ask you, so where can people who are interested in obtaining a job to do this, please give everybody the website to fill out the application. Can we do that?
Yes, it's www.b as in boy, C as in Charlie, F as in Frank, WSN Williams, CSNCharlie.org.
One more time for those who may not be. Give it to us one more time.
www.B as in boy, C as in Charlie, F as in Frank, W as in Williams, C as in Charlie.org.
How many positions are you hiring at for the contact tracers?
3 to 4 of those positions. They can also call and speak with Karen Owens, that's Karen, Owens, Owens, at 773-651-3753.
3753. So that's 773-651-3753, and her name is Karen Owens.
She's my executive assistant.
Fantastic. Look, Miss Johnson, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. You know that phone about to blow up, and you're gonna have Karen's gonna have a million calls in that. You know that, don't you?
People like working with people and helping people and improving people's lives. So if that's what you believe in and you're looking for a job, give us a call.
That's amazing.
Miss Johnson, you better not call me and say, Kendall, why did you tell me to do that on the air? Because you're going to have 1,000 calls to Miss Owens, and Miss Owens going to be like, don't you ever do that again, Miss Johnson.
Okay. We also, I'd like to say this before we get off.
Okay.
We're also looking for 2 registered nurses, staff nurses, to provide direct patient care.
Awesome.
So if anyone is looking for a job, you're a registered nurse in the state of Illinois, you can also give us a call.
That is absolutely fantastic. Miss Johnson, I always appreciate you being on the show. We will certainly be talking back to you. You know we're going to have you in as soon as you can get in. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beloved Community Family Wellness Center, they're hosting a free COVID testing and mass care package giveaway on Saturday, October 10th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. The location, 2233 West 79th Street, here in the city of Chicago, Illinois, bcfwc.org, and they are hiring 3 to 4 people for contact tracing as well as registered nurses. Thank you very much, Ms. Johnson. We'll talk soon.
Thank you also. I'm looking forward to continue to working and being on your show.
Thank you.
The Talk of Chicago is 1690 WVON, Sherwin,
Notorious
Chicago.
for leaks. So where did Hicks get it? Let's
Of course, we're streaming live at WVON.com as well as at the Kendall D. Moore Show live on Facebook. Big shout to the Beloved Community Family Wellness Center. I want to make sure that you guys are, that you're out there with us. The Kendall Moore Show, we will be out there. The Beloved Community Family Wellness Center, they're going to be hosting a free COVID testing and mass care package. It's a giveaway. It's free. Everything that you will need, and it's going to be taking place on Saturday, October 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The location is 2233 West on 79th Street. For more information, make sure you hit up Asia Metcalf at 773-651-3629 or visit bcfcw.org. All right, so I was asking Delvin to let this play because it's Friday night, and we are WVON's original Friday night show. Tonight, we do have the pleasure of having Dee Epps and to really have an addendum because her CV, the curriculum vitae, is that she's a singer, dancer, she's an actress, born into a musical family. She truly loves what she does relative to just being a person who's into the arts. She began her journey into formal training as it relates to dance and singing and everything else. Dee Dee has developed a unique method of teaching dance to adults. I think that that is very important, and the reason for it is so many of us, we are experiencing depression and having to sit at home right now.
Yes.
And so now we have to do everything on Zoom. I know my colleagues listen to my show across the nation, for the people who officially pay for my livelihood, but I don't know how many damn Zoom calls that I have to be on every week. But with COVID and what is happening with COVID, it is absolutely necessary. And the reason for it is because there's been so much false information that has been given out that you really need to take a step back and really understand. Because you see other people, let me say this, and I'm really not trying to be offensive. You know, you have the Trump supporters who they go out to these major rallies, and we're going to get to, what's the name of them little boys, Will?
The Proud Boys.
The little Proud Boys. The little Proud Boys. We're going to get to them later on tonight. But when you see like the little Proud Boys, when you see people here in the state of Illinois, like in the south suburbs, they're arguing to get sports back on track. When you have like people in the Big Ten and schools like that, and you got NFL teams that are contracting COVID. And again, not to be redundant, but now we got the President of the United States of America. I'm not sure how much we need to be out in the community without masks. What's up, Will?
Just to let you know really quick, I saw on CNN that the president has been hospitalized. But they said there will be no transfer of power. So I don't know why they even mentioned that. But Donald Trump is currently in the hospital for COVID.
That's breaking news?
Yeah, it's breaking news. We were just watching it on CNN.
Yeah. Serious concerns about Trump's health.
Yeah.
Very serious concerns about Trump's health.
And remember earlier in the year, he was taking that drug, hydroxychloroquine. Thank you, Dan.
I thought he was taking bleach.
No, he told his supporters to take
But today he did take a experimental antibody cocktail. What they call experimental antibody cocktail.
And he's telling the nation to take, to get a damn. We already are afraid of the flu shot.
Right.
But now you're trying to tell us that you're going to rush something that's coming from,
All I know is I hope 21 is better than 20. Now, I know people rushing
Everybody's
to get
trying to put 20 behind them.
Everybody trying to put 20 behind them, but trust me.
There are Christmas trees, Will. They're putting Christmas trees out right now.
Be cautious of 21. That's all I'm saying. Don't just say, I can't wait for 20 to get over and then 21 be worse. I want y'all to approach it cautiously, okay?
Learn it's from not over till it's over because it started in 19.
Right.
So
right. That's what I'm saying.
So here,
19, 20, 21.
Here's my thing. My wife Nicole, you guys know. I tried to like slide some Christmas music in today.
Oh no.
She was asleep though, but I played it in the background. And the reason I'm saying that is we're really trying to get out of 2020. Mayor Lightfoot, and we're going to talk about that during the 8 o'clock hour as far as Halloween and all of that is concerned as well. In any event, let's get back to our next guest, 808 Performing Arts Center, Dee Dee Epps. She is on our live line. And Dee Dee, I'm telling you, the work that you are doing and the services that you are providing at this time are so appropriate. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce humbly Miss Dee Dee Epps. Hey, Dee Dee.
Well, thank you for such a warm welcome, and I really appreciate it because I agree with you. It is so important. Health is so important. Staying socially distant is so important. Trying to stop this whole thing from getting, off the rails. So I'm glad to be able to do that, and just glad to be of service to people.
Dee Dee, please tell the WVON listening audience and everybody across the world, give us a little bit of background about what you are providing so folks can know and how they can sign up, because I know you're involved with gymnastics, you're involved with singing, like you have a plethora of skills that you provide for folks, particularly as it relates to where we currently are with this COVID thing.
Right. And to be honest with you, the COVID thing created the ability to be able to spread what I do further. So I'm a person that always tries to see the positive in everything, even though it's a horrible disease, it's horrible what it's doing for a lot of places, but it has also enabled me to be able to spread the love of the arts to more people. So I've been grateful for that portion of what we're going through. But the 808 Performing Arts Center provides a space for people to do dance. And these are all kids to adults. And I say adults because adults feel like you get grown and you stop growing. No, you continue to learn, you continue to grow, you try new things. But we also do acting classes as well. So it's an opportunity. And I do it right now virtually online to be safe for people, to keep each of us safe as possible. I do some things in studio, but that's here in Atlanta, and then we do, socially distance, but those are very few in between. We have a few gymnastics places that have opened, and they do have students, but they have fantastic measures to keep everybody masked up, separated, sterilized as much as possible. But that is basically 808 Performing Arts. We're an instructional studio created to cater to people who love the arts. And I really want to make it affordable and accessible to people. That was my initial mission, because as a child, my parents could not afford for me to go to dance class. They could not afford for me to take singing lessons. And even some of those things, it wasn't even just the class, but it's the fact of having to buy the leotard that you need, having to buy the tights, having to buy the ballet shoes. So it became something out of reach for me. So when I was able to do it, I was like, I'm going to try to make this affordable and accessible. So my kids, when we're in studio, they don't have to dress. They just have to be comfortable. I don't want to put any more financial burdens on families than they need. So, again, it's just a very happy thing that I'm able to do this for people.
That's amazing, because a lot of times the equipment that you need, the uniform that you need, those are barriers to entry for a lot of people.
Yes.
So the fact that you took that out is just so awesome, because the arts are important. And when I found out you were in Atlanta, I was sad, because I had already gone all through your website and looked at all your services. But the fact that you offer virtual classes now is accessible to so many more people, because they need to be active. They need to be. Here's what I want to ask you.
Yes.
Why do you think the arts are so important? Because I'm like getting excited even right now as I talk to you, because people need to be active. They need to be involved in the musicality of life, the movement, all these things that people just do not see the importance of. Everything is so black and white. Everything is so work and home. Why are the arts so important, and why have you decided to expand your offerings virtually?
Okay. To me, without getting all scientific, music lifts spirits. So if you can do that for a person, that's important. We get a lot of things that drag us down, that bring us down, and we want wellness. In order to have that wellness, you've got to feel good. And for people like me and a lot of people, music is what helps us to feel better. So that alone is something that's going to help people to do better, to be better, to feel better, to grow. And so that's the main thing. But for me, when I decided to offer it openly to more and more people, it gave me a way to create more things, because the whole COVID thing, the whole virtual thing, you have to create something that's unique, something that's easy for people to comprehend, easy to learn. I had to change some of my teaching techniques, because I'm not able to put my hands on a student and correct and feel. So again, it's another area of growth for myself and for people outside of me.
Yes. Well, I myself am a dancer. I dance in my mirror. I'm a singer. I sing in the shower.
Hey, that's a good thing.
I'm an actress. I act when I lie to my kids. But a lot of people, like you said, adults do not necessarily think that the arts are for them. They think it's a childish thing, or I'm too old to do this. How can we pull adults back into this conversation so they realize that this is something fun to do and it's enriching on a spiritual level?
Let me share this. I literally had a conversation with a lady today because she was feeling the same way. I can't dance. I've never been able to do it, and all of that. The thing about teaching dance and encouraging people to come to do it is that a lot of people want to do it, but they are so afraid that they're not going to be good at it. When we become adults, we just feel like we should know how to do it, or they're expecting way more of themselves, or they're worried about the person next to them looking at them and all of that. But the truth of the matter is that I love seeing people get surprised with themselves. Like, wow, I did that. That's one of the techniques I do. When you are working with younger people, you can show them the routine that you're going to teach today, or, show a lot of it, and then they get excited because they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn it out. I got this. You do that with an adult, they get discouraged. They pull back. You can't do that. You have to teach them step by step, bit by bit, and let them be surprised at the end. Because at the end, when they look back, like, I did that? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, there's different ways that you have to deal with adults. But, and you have to encourage them to come in and try it, do it. You'll fall in love with it. It's what I call fun fitness, because you don't even realize you're getting fit because you're having so much fun while you're doing it.
Miss Dee Dee Epps, we got you. I didn't mean to interrupt you. We got to take a break real quick. We're coming right back to you. You know what? And we need to talk about this choreography and who you have worked with, and moving your hips. That's all I'm talking about. It's the Kendall Moore Show. Let's go.
It's WVON's original Friday night show. Kendall Moore.
AM WVON. It's Friday night show. WVON's original Friday night show. Hit us up, 591-1690. That is the number. We're streaming live at WVON.com. Make sure you're checking us out on the Facebook Live page. With us right now out of Atlanta is Miss Dee Dee Epps. My girl, Netta Beretta, is doing an interview. We're all here and we're very excited about it. Prior to us going to break, I was asking about moving the hips.
Speaking of, do you offer belly dancing classes? I'm just asking.
I do not, but I have, and again, this is one of the things, being able to spread out. I have a good friend that does them, and I actually take her classes. And so we're in talks now with, since it's virtual, we can co-op,
awesome.
Do the things that I do and the things that she does. But it is one of my favorite things to do personally.
See, we can move our hips, Kendall.
Will was here, Isaiah is here. You gonna put it on me like $1 bills in my pocket.
But along that line, we do have a film fit class, which is a sexy, seductive class for ladies. We still get to move the hips, and we teach women how to be sexy and seductive, what I like to call classy, not stanky. So I'm going to
coin that.
Classy, not assy. That's what you did.
I love that.
That's what you want to say.
Yeah.
No, so we are so well within COVID right now, and I know that you offer classes starting at 3 years old through adults, but it seems almost obvious that as an extracurricular activity, people will enroll their children in dance classes. I really would like to focus on the adults right now, especially since you offer virtual classes. People are dealing with loneliness and depression, and they're isolated. Just give me an idea of the background, the kind of people that enroll in your classes, just so that people feel comfortable that they're not alone.
Okay, we get a big variety in ages, but my adult classes, you have to be 18 plus to do them. So, and they come from everywhere: New Mexico, Canada, Florida, Oklahoma, different places. But they do everything. I have lawyers, I have doctors, I have custodians, people. And honestly, especially with the women's class, a lot of women have felt like they've lost their sexy. After they've had a baby, they don't feel the way that they used to feel, and these classes help them to get back to feeling sexy. And, again, it's taught in a way that they're able to progress and learn how to do simple things to make things look a lot sexier. And, you don't have to do a whole bunch a lot of times to just make something look seductive and sexy and sensual.
Now, I know your dance classes I saw for myself are virtual. The acting classes, do you have those virtually as well?
Those are also virtual now.
How liberating is it for someone to become someone else?
It is honestly, it's the same as in dance. It's the same as in when I sing and perform. You are always being somebody else when you're doing that. You're following the music when you're dancing. You have to become one with the music. You have to be what that music is saying. So guess what? You're not you right now. The same thing with acting. It is you immerse yourself into another character, doing things that you personally may never do. Same thing with singing. If I'm singing a Beyonce song versus a Natalie Cole song, that's a different persona for each of those things.
Absolutely. It's so important because in a lot of our Chicago schools specifically, the arts have been removed. Sports have been removed. People do not have an outlet. They don't have a way to explore those different aspects of the personality that make them who they are. So it's so important for programs like yours for people to be able to get outside of their current situation, outside of their current reality, and realize what they can become, who they can be. So it's so awesome the things that you're offering in the community. And, COVID is not a desirable situation for anybody, but if that's what it took for you to go virtual, I'm grateful for that piece.
They do have those mirrors now, right? The mirrors that they have, like you can you can work out with the mirrors, but now the virtual thing, like the Zoom and all of that, like that's the big thing.
I'm gonna have my mirror and I'm gonna be virtual at the same time.
Well, listen, if you look at mine, I have the mirror. So if you're in my virtual world, it looks like a dance studio. There's mirrors, so I can face you, I can face away from you, you can see my reflection, so it still looks like you're in the studio. And some of us love mirrors, so that's
well, I've seen your resume, I've seen your IMDb, I've seen all of it, I've seen some of your commercials and your cameos. So you are hearing information for someone who is actually walking the walk and not just talking about it. Let people know where they can find you so they can enroll in these classes.
Awesome. You can reach us at 808 P as in Paul, A as in Apple, C as in cow.com. So it's 808PAC.com, which if you feel like typing it all out is 808performingartscenter.com. Either way will reach us.
Are you on social media as well?
Yeah, we're on Facebook and Instagram as 808PAC. So you'll find the handles for both of them at 808PAC.
Hey, what's up, Dee Dee? This is Westside Will on the Kendall Moore Show.
Hey, Westside Will.
Hey.
I'm good.
I am an artist myself.
We had $1 million jobs.
I know. He is not an artist.
I've been on stage. Last time I was on stage here in Chicago was 2020.
Dee Dee, he is not.
First thing I want to ask
Wait, he is not an artist.
I could ask you stuff and we could talk all day about the arts.
All the industry.
I've taken modern dance. I did all of this stuff.
He's taking ballet.
One of the questions really I want to ask you simply is that last name is really, really suspicious. In any way, are you related to Omar Epps?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to
I mean, I'm sure somewhere down in the line, but no, not
about
anywhere that I've researched.
Okay, okay.
You see, and that's so funny how time changed. People used to ask me about Mike. Omar initially, and then it switched over to Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Miss Dee Dee is about to be the next famous Epps. She doesn't need to hang on the coattails.
Well, that's an odd name. That's a name you don't hear every day. You don't hear
Fair
Epps
question. I understand it.
No, I don't understand it.
All right, Didi Epps, ladies and gentlemen. Didi, thank you so very
joining
much.
us.
We
Thank you
appreciate
guys
you
for the
being here in
opportunity.
Chicago on the Kendall Moore Show. Folks, make sure that you check her out, 808.performancecenter.com. Didi Epps, ladies and gentlemen. Didi, we'll talk to you very soon. We're going to keep up with you.
He's hot. He's mannish. But it gets no realer than him. Kendall Moore. Radio.
Oh, 36 minutes after the hour, it's the Kendall Moore Show. We do this each and every Friday from 6 until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream at VON.com, also live on Facebook at the Kendall D. Moore Show. 591-1690, that is the number to connect. Big shout to Sean Michelle's Ice Cream. If you have a sweet tooth and you have to go to Sean Michelle's. It's a black-owned ice cream shop with a variety of homemade flavors, banana pudding, pound cake, chocolate supreme. And for all of my animal lovers, there is also a vegan option too. Big shout to Brother Yaya. Sean Michelle's located at 46 East 47th Street. That's 47th and Wabash. To order your next scoop of homemade ice cream, give them a call at 773-615-3238 or visit SeanMichels.com. All right, it's the Kendall Moore Show. Big shout to Sister Didi out there in Atlanta doing her thing.
Absolutely.
We turn the page. All right, Will. All right, Beretta. Isaiah the I.
Yes, yes.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into this.
one.
Right. So, Trump has now been shipped to a hospital.
Yes. Yep.
Trump is over 70. This is the guy who told everybody it's fake news.
Yep.
It's fake news. It's fake news.
Yep.
Hot you. Now you got the COVID. Not just you,
Not hot you.
but also your wife. I don't even know if it's his wife, but I don't want to be disrespectful to the
said
presidency.
Yeah.
But he said as much.
Yeah.
People got upset because Joe Biden literally said, "Shut up, clown."
I love it.
I think that Joe Biden should have said a little bit more. And then I also respect the fact that Mayor Lori Lightfoot, when he mentioned Chicago, told him, keep Chicago out of your mouth. 591-1690 is the number. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. So, the little... What are the little boys? What are they called?
The Proud Boys.
The little Proud Boys.
Yeah.
I have to talk about the little Proud Boys.
Yeah.
These are the guys who got beat up in high school. These are the. That's why so many little white boys become police officers. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Yeah.
They
want that power.
They were terrorized by their own kind, and then they needed power to feel accepted. And they said the best thing, because it's very easy to become a police officer depending on what part of the United States that you live in.
Right.
Like everybody doesn't need a bachelor's degree. Everybody doesn't need an associate's degree. If you're living like in Buck, Iowa, you can graduate from high school and become a damn police officer. And so they give you the right to terrorize people who do not look like you so that you can protect, who you are. Right. Anyway, I digress. Let me get back to, so with Trump, right? So now let's talk about it.
All right.
Some people on social media are saying that no, he really doesn't have this. To those, I would say, quit playing with yourself. Stop talking about fake news. If the man, this is the president of the United States of America, everybody is not in on it. He really has it. And let me tell you why he really has it. His aide, who looks exactly like his wife, all of the pictures that I see, and we know how many tutus he done touched on buses and have been caught.
Okay.
Let me slow down. We know how many tutus. People who old school know what a tutu is. How many he has touched. And Access Hollywood, whatever the dude's name was, and he was telling him, "Oh no, you just need to touch him." And woo woo woo. We know what Trump. You know what his thing is.
Touch it right there.
That woman looks exactly like his wife. I don't know how many pictures I'm going to see of her standing next to Trump. Of course he has it. If she has it, he has it, and Melania has it as well. And everybody in his staff, on his staff, they have it. The Secret Service has it. And let me tell you why the Secret Service has it. Because they're the people who allow her to walk into his room when Melania is not with him and know that she's walking into his room. 591-1690 is the number. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Whether you want to hear it or not. Understand this conversation. Will you laughing? Beretta, you laugh. Well, Isaiah, you look obviously think differently than I do. I'm just telling you the truth.
I respect your thought process.
That's my thought process.
That's something that I'm like, that could be a possibility. That's an alternative thought.
Alternative thought.
No, I'm serious.
Joe Biden doesn't
there
have
might be
it.
something to what he's saying. But you know me, because I think organizationally, I'm thinking, well, you know what? He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't have it, but he didn't do so well in the debate like he thought he would. He didn't run over his opponent like he thought he would, and then he did that Proud Boy shout.
Sink in my show.
So he's trying to disappear.
I am going to sink in my chair.
You have made me think.
I'm about to sink in my chair. If you're watching me on Facebook Live,
right.
I am sinking in my chair the same way Cam Newton did. Because I do not believe.
No, and I totally understand that.
Are you kidding?
And I'm telling you're making me say, that might
come on.
Because he made the statement.
He's not saying that he has COVID for any political.
He doesn't have anything to gain by saying he has COVID.
I don't believe that.
But he doesn't have anything. No, I don't know if he don't have anything to gain. I can't really say that. I don't know. I've been on a reality show before. And I kind of see how it goes with the reality shows.
He's embarrassing himself.
And he is a reality star.
Yeah.
So it just seems like he's framing things in a certain kind of way.
Now he's in the hospital.
No, he told you he's in the hospital. Is he actually there?
CNN confirmed. CNN right now, we're looking at
CNN reported that he's in the hospital.
Everybody in on this?
No.
Is everybody
all I'm
in on this?
saying
he can go to the hospital and not have it.
He could go to the hospital and not have it. And he could not go to the hospital and tell people he was there. So it's so many different things.
Beretta, so here's my question. When you go get a COVID test, they give you a package. Because I've been tested for COVID. We all have. Matter of fact, let me clarify this. We don't sit in this studio. Right. Melody does not allow us to be at VON without everybody being tested.
Right.
Including this show right here. Mm-hmm. When we get tested, they give us a package, and it says, we're going to give you your results within 24 hours. Mm-hmm. If it's not a rapid test, then they're going to give you your results in 3 to 4 days.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they also give you a package. If you are positive for COVID, you need to self-quarantine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And this is what you need to do. This is what you need to take. And then we're going to also offer you this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I need to repeat that so that we completely understand? If you get to the extremities of it, we putting your ass in the hospital. Yeah. Trump is in the hospital right now.
Yeah.
Trump meets everything that he talked about. Oh, this is a fake China virus. The China virus, woo. And now his ass is in the hospital.
But remember, earlier he was taking hydroxychloroquine. He never.
Yeah, you got it right. Good job.
But see, he admitted to taking.
You always will.
And what I'm basically saying is he's admitted that he had it once. So there's a possibility, he has it now. And I agree with you.
Why didn't he take the bleach?
Why didn't he inject
it? Because he would be giving people what they want.
Kendall, he has been in these rallies and these meetings, basically sitting on people's laps, Like, they have not been social distancing. I just think it's really bizarre that after 5, 6, 7, 8 months, now he has coronavirus.
He has it probably for
What's your thought process?
My thought process is he probably had it a long time ago when his Secret Service person had it, and they thought that he might have it.
I feel that.
And now it's just strategic, and it makes sense to tell the public that he has it, because why would somebody who thought that the virus was a hoax come out and say, "Oh, guess what? We both have it now," out of the blue.
But if we walk,
and I'm hospitalized for it,
and now he's in the hospital.
Now, when is the next debate? When is the next debate? And will he
it's
be
probably within 2 weeks.
It's
probably within 2 weeks.
He got spanked.
He can't.
He will. You are so
now he can't
focused that you think that this man is telling people that he has COVID.
No, he might have it. He might have it, but hell yeah.
He might have it.
Go ahead. I can't get with that.
I think he might have it, but if he did have it, he might not necessarily tell you.
That's right.
So the fact that he's telling people that he has it could possibly be a reason for him to get out of this next debate.
Exactly. He
That's
picked
what
the
I'm
wrong one.
Oh, so y'all saying that he wants to get out of the next debate? I'm saying
He picked the wrong one
with that theory.
He is.
I am not with that theory. I am not with that theory.
Y'all don't understand. Joe doesn't
Time out. I'm not ready for these debates. Time out.
Joe Biden is a blue-collar street guy.
I don't see how that helps.
Joe Biden.
I mean, the race is very close.
But
and I'm voting for him.
He ain't playing that.
Because now his base is going to sympathize with him.
He from the steel city.
Time out, so everybody can hear us. Will, what you are telling me is Joe Biden did such a job.
He shook him.
Whooped his ass.
Biden didn't do that good. He didn't do that good.
Trump is now faking that he is.
He did good, but he didn't do that good.
He did good in the fact that he challenged. He did what Hillary did not do. He did not allow him to overtalk him. He did not allow Donald Trump to overtalk him.
Man, that man got COVID.
That's right.
That man has COVID.
He had COVID
His
3 months ago.
Secret Service has COVID. All the women he run in and out of that damn room.
I agree with you.
Including the first the chick who tested positive.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. But I believe
when the other person caught it,
because she.
what I am saying, like I'm gonna tell
what
you.
I am simply saying is if Donald Trump had COVID, he would still be campaigning.
He would.
If he had COVID, he would still be campaigning.
He wouldn't tell you.
He wouldn't tell you. All right, so here's the thing.
Okay.
He would still be campaigning.
Here's the thing.
Will, we listening now?
All right, Will. Okay. So here's the thing. If I am having sex with my assistant,
the top 8,
and my top 8,
I feel you on that.
Top
and
advisor.
she gives me gonorrhea.
I feel you on that.
I'm gonna use gonorrhea.
Yep.
And she gives me gonorrhea.
Okay.
And then I go and have sex with my wife.
That's right.
And I give my wife gonorrhea.
That's right.
But the aide that I was having sex with, she was having sex with you.
All right.
And so you said
she kind of cute.
Okay, so you said, well, you know what? I got gonorrhea, and I'm gonna
baby,
tell the press.
I got the G, baby.
So you need to go ahead and tell the truth.
Yeah, baby, I got.
So then everybody got it.
But here's the thing.
I'm just trying to put
it in another angle.
Okay.
All of these rallies and meetings and showing up to press briefings and everything with no mask and not
debates and all of that.
I'm talking months ago before the debate.
Exactly.
It is very practical and probable that he had it months ago and just didn't tell you.
He was campaigning.
So now when his aide says that she has it, the aide who just conveniently recently rode with him on Air Force One.
It's the same person.
But it is the first time that someone close to Trump has had coronavirus.
So a lot of people close to Trump have had coronavirus over the months.
Right.
So just this person having it, it's like, now I'm going to tell on myself and the whole world is going to know I'm screwing my aide because I'm that close to her to have coronavirus. It doesn't make sense. He probably had it months ago and didn't tell you. All those testings that he said he got and didn't get it, or he probably had it all the time.
Kendall is suggesting something else.
All right, we're back in a moment. We'll take the calls. It's Kendall Moore Show.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
The Urban Heritage Film.
Yo,
Kendall Moore Show. All right, so we are still having this conversation. I think that we're definitely going to carry it over to the lit roundtable discussion. But we can't forget about on the lit roundtable discussion. We got to talk about Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
We have to.
Halloween,
the costume,
and the costume thing, and then we also have to talk about
the pastor
that's stripping.
That turned to stripping.
You know what?
Because it was her higher calling.
Would I be giving out too much information if I said? Calling. And I hope my wife Nicole doesn't hate me.
Don't you do it.
I'm a follower.
Don't you do it.
Yes. I've already followed her.
No, I'm kidding. I am kidding.
591-1690
is the number to connect. Let's get back to this dude, Trump. He's now hospitalized.
Yep.
And what he is saying is that there will not be a transfer of power. We need to be having that conversation.
Why would they even really mention a transfer of power?
But here's
why?
Because
he's
just that sick.
Because if you have people tell you to just stay home,
right?
If you contract corona,
that's what I'm saying, Kendall.
Go ahead, Beretta.
Because they've been telling the general public, if you go to the hospital with COVID, you're on your deathbed and you're in ICU and you're on a ventilator.
But not everybody.
But how many people that have been hospitalized, that have been publicly quote unquote hospitalized,
with an underlying
condition, told everybody that they were hospitalized, were not in serious condition. So now you are hospitalized enough to tell everybody that you're hospitalized, but you're not transferring power.
Is it a pre-thing?
I don't know.
It's the president of the United States, though. It's not like it's Jerome on the West Side.
He's an old man.
Because it's the president of the United States,
he's over 70.
There's a lot of stuff that you can keep private. So why would you even tell the public that you're going to the hospital and then follow that up with, I'm not transferring power?
So you think he's trying to get sympathy?
I think he's trying to get sympathy. I think he's trying to get some extra votes because think about it. Coronavirus has killed how many hundreds of thousands of people?
Over 200,000.
Over 200, yeah.
He initially said coronavirus was a hoax.
Right.
So now, if he has coronavirus, how do you backpedal that?
All right. 591-1690, that is the number. We sitting here debating amongst ourselves. Let's go to the callers. Rachel, how are you?
What's really going on?
Hey, Rachel. How you feeling about this?
Look, dude, it's all fake news. It's a lie. Ain't nothing wrong with this joker.
What? Rachel, are you serious?
Wow.
Okay, let's keep this in mind. Yes, he was picked up and transported to Walter E. Reed Hospital. They was not admitted.
Oh, okay.
He could be in there getting his head transplant fixed up. How would you know that? Okay. Number two, keep in mind, he did not come out looking really well after this debate. He said he win. He always say he won. That joker got jacked.
Yeah, okay. See?
Rachel, you with Will. Rachel, you are with Will on this.
He got shook, right, Rachel? He got shook,
come
right?
on, sis.
Because of the what he was.
So he gonna fake sick because he lost a debate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I got an injury, coach.
Oh, come on, sis. Come on, Rachel. No.
Thank you, Rachel.
Rachel, I can't go.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yvonne, how are you? Please tell me something a little bit better that I can believe.
Okay. First of all, I agree with Rachel.
See, what's up, girl? I love you. See, he got shook, right? He got shook.
Am I the only one crazy in this damn radio station?
Jack. But however, see, Trump always makes his announcements on Friday afternoon.
There you go.
To control the media cycle for the weekend.
There you go.
I know it's a lie because he did it on a Friday.
That's right.
He did it last night. Yesterday was Thursday.
Secondly, he thought he would be in control of everything, but it did not stop Biden. He's been to Pennsylvania. He's been to another state today.
Right.
He's made speeches. Trump don't like it, so now he's got to do something to bring the attention back to him.
That's right.
He said, well, I'll have the helicopter come and land on the lawn.
That's right. That's right. See, it's all images, everything. Am I right?
The attention will be back on me.
That's right. Thank you.
Sister Yvonne, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Bob, come on. Bob, help me with this. All right, folks, we got to get ready to take a break. When I return,
I told you
we're gonna roll this.
So, in order
of shook, Joe shook him.
In order of people who have called, I am going to Brother Art. and What Now, and then Brother Cliff.
Okay.
When we return. Folks, it's the Kendall Moore Show. We're going to continue this on the other side on the lit round table. I personally do not believe, but black people, that's how we are, though. We think that, because we do it.
Now we black people.
But it's all right, but I'm telling you.
That sounded bad. I'm sorry.
Your theory could very well be true, and I can see the possibility. But I'm telling you, he got shook. And he was like,
and now
he was like, damn, I don't want to mess with Joe no more, because Joe ain't having it. Joe from the street, man.
Folks, we're on the other side. Stick around.
I'm Vanessa Tyler.
And I'm Mike Stevens on the Black Information Network.
So great, we all play a part. We all got something to say. Saturday and more Saturday, more like Kendall, right back in our ways. Our impact so great. We all play a part. We all got something to say. Say something, say one different day. We always triumph in the world, but I hate. Bygones, can't focus yesterday. And more to today, and more to today. Same song, same one, different day. We always triumph in the world, full of hate. Bygones, can't focus yesterday. And more to today, and more to today. Time to have more time day. More ain't count, we right back into our ways. But our impact so crucial, so great. We all play a part. We all got something to say. Time to have more time day. It's the nightcap, we right back into our ways. Our impact so crucial, so great. We all play a part. We all got something to say. Time to add more time day. It's the nightcap, we right back into our ways. Our impact so crucial, so great. We all play a part. We all got something to say. Time to add more time day. It's the nightcap, we right back into our ways. Our impact so crucial, so great. We all play a part. We all got something to say.
All right, welcome back. 6 minutes after the hour, it is the Kendall Moore Show. When you hear that music, it is time for the Lit Roundtable. 591-1690 is the number to connect. Of course, we are streaming live at VON.com. I want to remind everybody to make sure that you check out Von TV. That's VON.TV. WVON. We have expanded and we are doing big things. Live on Facebook, it is the Kendall D. Moore Show. As we continue the conversation, and as Will...
Kendall.
What, man?
Breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
You would never believe this. The Herman Cain...
He died already.
Is he really? Because he's still tweeting from the grave. Has announced
Herman Cain died at the first.
No, he's not.
The first Trump rallies.
He's not dead. He's with Elvis, and they're sitting at Starbucks.
And Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and all
him as
them,
well.
right?
But Herman Cain just announced who the next moderator will be at the next debate. It will be the bat that gave the world COVID-19. He will be the next moderator.
Trump said it was the China virus.
Yes.
We know it's the China virus, right?
The bat who gave the world COVID-19 coronavirus will be the moderator, and he will make sure that all of that behavior will cease and desist.
They need to. They already put him on the quarter. Yes. You know, the bat's already on the quarter.
Here's my thing, though. But why do people still listen? I don't want to scare off anybody, but why do people still eat Chinese food?
What does it have to do with it?
What?
This is Chinese American food. No, it's Chinese American food. I actually went to a restaurant and I ordered some egg foo young, and the Chinese man looked at me and said, "Only you people eat that. We don't eat that." So it's Chinese American food. No,
it's all Chinese.
It's
all American influence. Yeah.
Right.
Hold on. And you know what? We got to be a little bit more sensitive because, of course, I think you got some Asian in you, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay.
And you said that we're like, no.
So let's be insensitive. No, we're always sensitive.
No, I'm black.
No, but
yeah, no.
The only reason that I bring it up is because Trump always refers to it. It used to be
virus.
as the China virus. It used to be the Asian virus, and then he got checked like you can't put everybody in one scoop. Now he calls it the China virus. 591-1690 is the number. Let's continue this. Do you believe or not believe that this is done purposely. I am flabbergasted.
I mean, the timing is it's questionable. It is, right.
I got you, and I got Netta.
Because I think, like I said, he came at Joe. He thought he was going to do the same thing to Joe Biden that he did to Hillary Clinton. And anybody, let's be realistic, okay, folks? The last 4 years, we done watched this man just say whatever the hell he want to say. He gets on stage with Joe Biden. He figured he just going to do Joe Biden like he did Hillary Clinton.
Do you remember what
and Joe was like, man, shut your butt up.
That was earlier this week, though.
He's like, I'm not playing
Delvin, can we pull that up?
Hillary is from Park Ridge, Illinois.
He told Joe Biden earlier this week, I don't know. You always wear these big masks. I am surprised. I don't even know what are you doing.
Right.
He told Joe Biden that.
It's like, but see, that's what people with excellent health care, they do that because they're not worried.
Right.
They know they're going to have the best doctors. If he gets sick, he going to have the best doctors. He ain't worried about nothing. But see what I'm saying? But the average guy worries about that.
So let's think about this for one quick tick. We're talking about the highest position in the land of the free land, the United States of America, who has been telling people that it's a hoax.
Yeah.
And now he has it.
Yeah.
We found out. I
like that, brother.
That he lied.
Yeah.
Off of his interview.
Yeah.
Saying, well, we know it's real.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do, I don't want to make people panic. But now you have it.
Yep. Melania.
Let me go to the Zenner. Come on, Isaiah. Help me with this.
This, it broke last night, and at first I was like, wow, this is kind of just ironic. The timing of it is really...
Ironic? Is that the word you're going to use?
Yeah, ironic. It's extremely ironic because he's been talking about, as you've been saying, he called it the China virus, very xenophobic, very just bad language to use, terrible. And then he's giving people these kind of false claims about it as not being real. He spreads so much misinformation about it, about what you can take, what you can't take, how you should be worried. Don't wear a mask. Then you should wear a mask.
And then you should drink bleach.
Drinking bleach, all that kind of stuff. And then he catches COVID, right after the debate, 2 days after the debate. Whether or not he has it, he doesn't have it, I could give two whatevers. But he just looks.
That part.
It makes him look bad either way. Whether it's political and it's staged or whatever, or he actually has it. It just looks really bad because it's like, who's going to want to support that kind of thing in terms of his supporters? What they're going to do, backtrack on everything they said, saying this is all fake, but now their president has it.
Right.
So now they have to come out and say, oh, it's
they're
actually
still
real.
Support him, unfortunately.
And they're going to support. They're going to
support. You know why? Because we're on
my
social issues, and they thinking about the tax cut. They thinking about the money he going to spread out.
The race is too close for him to even try and do anything
Wall
like
Street
this.
went belly up?
It's not like he's really down or he's really up. It's like 50-50 for both candidates right now. And I don't understand if he wants to, backtrack and not do a debate. What does that do for him? Because there are a lot of swing voters right now in this election. So how can he win them over if he's not campaigning or he's not in these debates?
Give him a tax cut. That's what he's going to do.
Just, I don't. People might think any publicity is good publicity. This is just really bad.
In the last 2 weeks of the campaign of the election, he's gonna give you your $1,200.
He's gonna get it too. You see, he only paid $750 in federal taxes.
Out there, there's so many different demographics, so it seems like he tries not to alienate anybody. So he'll say, "I'm gonna give you some money here, black people. Be satisfied."
That's what he's gonna do.
I'm not gonna denounce white supremacy here, racist. Be satisfied. I told you, Corona was a hoax. And now I've alienated all those people who have family members who have either been diagnosed or died, right? So I just alienated a whole nother group of people. Who are these people that I can reach, that I need to reach to swing this because the race is so close? Well, I just alienated all these people who might have supported me, but I told them it was a hoax. So now I can say I got it. So once I'm quote unquote better, I'm going to come back and say, you know what, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said it was a hoax. It's a real virus. I apologize. Here's what we're going to do going forward.
Well, let me say this for the record. I have a personal friend from high school. His name is Greg. He caught the coronavirus and he passed. The coronavirus is a real thing. Okay, he was not overweight. Hell, he was in better shape than me. It's a real thing. thing. It's a real deal. And the thing is, people are trying to figure out who they're going to vote for. Look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. People talk about the Democrats and how they always giving money away. Your best chances of getting your $1,200, and after that, while this coronavirus, while we're trying to figure this thing out, is voting Democrat. Because I'm telling you, if he wins again, I'm going to keep it real with you. He ain't going to give you no more money. He's going to open up this economy and tell you go out there and risk it all. Okay, so your best bet, regardless, put down your political swords to get your $1,200 and to continue to get money until this is over with, is to vote Democrat.
All right,
I'm going to keep it real with you.
So let's go to audio. Delvin, help me with this. Let's go to the audio. Let's take a listen to what Jew Jack and Marketing on Instagram is talking about.
Died, and a lot. He panicked, or he just looked at the stock market. One of the two, because guess what? A lot of people died, and a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter.
If we would have listened to you, the country would have been left wide open. Millions of people would have died, not 200,000, and one person is too much. It's China's fault. It should have never happened. They stopped it from going in, but it was China's fault.
You feel me on that?
He knew about it in November.
Do you feel me?
In November.
He knew about it in November.
Hell,
I knew about it in November. I was
November.
sitting in the campaign office in November and saying, damn, they eating bat soup? That's what I was literally saying.
But we can't even go into that because that wasn't.
But I'm just saying, what I'm saying is the virus was going on in China then, and I was worried that it was going to come over here. He knew about it. In November. It was in the Sun. It was in the Hill. It was in all of these articles. The Hill is the political paper of Washington.
I've said this before, that he is a liar. He's a narcissist. He is a racist. All of it. He is a rapist.
Right.
And everything else up under the sun. 591-1690. That is the number for us to connect. Big shout to a few people. Let me say this. Let me tell you something. Anita Castile out there in LA doing her thing. I want to make sure that I send a big shout out to Anita Castile for the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. You know, guys, make sure that you're checking out Vine TV, AHF. We are the largest provider globally when it comes to HIV and AIDS. And Anita Castile, she is absolutely the epitome of why black people in America and globally have access to HIV AIDS care. Amazing. So big shout to my girl.
That's great work.
And my Sora, Anita Castile. All right, let's go to the phone lines because we all talking about this.
Right.
We need y'all to chime in.
Nah, I'm going to Art. Art, I heard you on Perry earlier today, but Art, I'm gonna give you some in on my show. Go ahead, Art.
Hey, what's going on, young people?
Hey, peace, man.
Hey, Art.
Good. First of all, personally, I didn't give it any thought about the president. Didn't care one way or the other. It won't make me or won't break me. So I'm just telling you. But the only reason I'm even chiming in because of it's entertaining. Personally, if you are a black man or woman in America, this is a freedom country. You should be playing both sides of the coin. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to play with the Republican, and you can still play with the Democrat. So you can make money on both ends of the track. You just got to know how to play the game. That's number one. I personally do not believe that the President of the United States got any coronavirus. They wouldn't announce that because that would be considered a national security problem, and they wouldn't announce to the world.
Hold on, Art. Art. Yes. Are you saying that he doesn't have it?
Personally, I do not believe the president has it because for national security.
Art,
he got shook, right, Art? He got shook.
Art, I'm surprised that you're saying this though.
No, I'm not saying it because of that he's doing any conspiracy thing. Personally, I don't care. Right. But if I'm giving any thought from a national security perspective, it wouldn't make any sense to say and announce to the world that our government has got according to everybody else, we got a clown in office, and now he's spreading the coronavirus and he got it. That would be a national security problem. That wouldn't make any sense.
But just by the simple fact that he's announcing that he has
whether or not he has it or not,
just a simple fact, if he has it or not,
but they're spinning
that is a national security problem.
Art.
Hold on, let's be patient. Go ahead, Art.
So So obviously there's a reason why they're allowing this to play out. There's obviously a bigger picture behind it. What it is, I don't know. In terms of letting the money go, I think that the fact that since they say the president does have it, I really think this is going to play into our hands better because they're going to let the money go. They're going to start letting this money go because right now they're causing significant stock market problems, economic problems, so they're going to let the money fly. So this is just a better opportunity for those who are smart. You better get up on your game and see how you can extract resources from the Democrat as a private citizen and as a business person. You're going to get money out of both ends. You just got to know how to play.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. I got to get to these other callers. All right. So listen, let me say this before I take a break. Honestly, I got to tell y'all this. We need to really be woke when it comes to what's going on as far as politics are concerned. And maybe it's just me. I do not prescribe to that this man is telling the American public and the rest of the world, unless they are in on it, that he has coronavirus. Will, I got you. I'm coming to you. I know. Give me 2 minutes. Can you give me 2 seconds?
I apologize, sir.
This is the Kendall Moore and Will show.
My apologies.
This is the Kendall Moore, Will, and Netta show. Can I get my commentary real quick?
My
Will?
apologies.
No,
sir.
You don't have to apologize. I do not believe. I'm sorry, I can't. But when I say black people, if we can bring ourselves to believing that the orange one, I have not changed my conversation as it relates to him, can lie to us and tell us that he has something for it to be a political game for him or game. I'm not in that box. I'm just not. That does not make sense to me. Right. What makes sense to me is that he was that disobedient that he caught it. And I will say, look at God. Won't he do it? Go ahead, Will.
Kendall, I'm in agreement with you 100%. Here's the thing, and I know this from experience of campaigning. When you're sick, you don't tell nobody. He's possibly had this all along. He's possibly had it for a week. That means that he's
infected everybody.
Hell
he's
yeah.
already infected the United States of America because he told
and that's what I'm thinking.
That
he already had it. He didn't just discover he had it Tuesday night. He knew he had something. He was coming down with something. He knew he was coming down. Like you coming down with something, okay? And then you announced it 2 or 3 days later. Come on, man.
They probably was waiting for someone next to him.
He knew he had it.
So
He's been out there campaigning.
So he could blame it on
His
someone.
numbers have been low. And he's trying to keep up with Joe. And then Joe whooped his ass that night. He challenged him.
He did challenge him.
He to him. He wasn't going to do to him.
I really wasn't that impressed by Joe Biden.
But see, when you're looking at it from that point of view, but if you look at how he did Hillary, how Donald Trump did Hillary in 2016,
we get it.
Joe actually stood toe to toe with him and said, "Nah, man, you're not going to run over me like you did Hillary." And he wasn't ready for that. He got shook.
What's that?
And he looked bad. Joe has everything to gain.
This is his
Joe has everything to lose.
But will you allow me to submit this to you and then give me your retort on that? Okay. And then, Beretta, I want to bring you back into the conversation as well. Isaiah, you are here. We're gonna skip this break. We got to continue this conversation because we have to get to some of these calls. And this is what some other people are thinking about and having the conversations about. It's not about CNN. It's not about MSNBC. Right. It's not about Fox News. What are the average person who are having these conversations about why the president now has come out and stated that he has COVID? Hold on. And not just him. He didn't say I came out and have it. He said my wife has it. When you really think about this, and I look at the aide, right?
Right.
And I say the aide looks just like his wife.
Right.
I'm gonna go back to that.
Right. I agree with you on that. I agree where you're going.
Will, you ain't gonna let me? Will.
I'm sorry, sir.
Can I finish?
Yes,
can
sir.
I finish
I
that?
apologize.
You don't have to.
Where
But
you
just
going,
let
though.
me finish,
No,
man.
no, it's the Kendall Moore show.
No, it's the Kendall Moore Will Netta show.
It's the Kendall Moore show. Go ahead.
So, at the end of the day, this is my question.
Yep.
This is my question. As people of color, are we that obsolete in our thinking that he can say that he has this and it will change the trajectory of people voting? Because from where I sit and what I think,
I'm ready to pounce.
I know. I'm about
this is what I do.
Netta,
This is what I do.
Isaiah, I'm coming back to you.
This is what I do.
All right, so let me get this out.
All right.
So let me get this out. So where from where I sit, at the end of the day, when he puts that out there, what it says to all the people who he was trying to convince that coronavirus was a hoax. Did he send like a secret text to them saying, I'm about to tell y'all that I got the coronavirus, but I really don't? And no. Let me finish though. Did he send them a secret text? Or does he really have it? My position, I'll say that again. Mm-hmm. Since he got all these people, especially the white supremacists, who he wouldn't announce, he went on Hannity and he did it. And by the time we found out that he had the coronavirus, at the end of the day, did he text all of these people to tell them this is a hoax?
But because I know you're gonna have a long thing to say, Will. I know, so just let me get this out.
At the end
I know
of
you're gonna have a whole dissertation, right?
Go ahead, Beretta.
So
Come on.
just two things. One, we know he's a narcissist. The only thing a narcissist
And
cares
a
about
rapist.
is himself.
And all that. And
The
I
only
want to
thing he
continue to
cares
say
about
that.
is himself. We also know that he is a very strategic business mind.
And he's a
so
liar.
he could have been planning this all along. He's also a habitual liar. So why do you expect anything from a liar except a lie? So you have to consider the fact that he might be playing you. Just consider it.
We're
Just
talking about the
consider it.
United States of America.
Okay, so he said that he said that it was a hoax.
Exclamation point, exclamation
He said it was
point.
a hoax, right? When was that interview that he did? And he said, "I know it's bad, but that was like in March, right?"
Right.
No, it was after March, but he should have.
But even after the interview, so not when the interview aired, but after the interview, did he ever come out and tell people that he knew it was bad? He never said that he
never
knew
had,
exactly.
He's
until
never
it
had to
came
answer
out.
any questions.
Until it came out, he would never have said anything about his position on this virus
Beretta,
unless it leaked.
But my thing, Beretta, with that is, Trump has done so much, and you still got people who say, "I'm still going to support him."
He has,
even as earlier this week.
And guess what?
When they asked him, point blank, "Do you support the little white boys? What do you call them?
The Proud Boys.
The little white boys,
business,
them little
man.
boys." You know what I'm saying?
He would never say
he's good for business.
And then he went on
He would never
Hannity
say
and he
it.
tried to explain that.
Hannity's a whole nother story.
But the point that I am bringing up to what you are talking about, if we know that this man is that man, and we still have people who support him, what does that
They're
say
going to
about
support him
us?
regardless. But here's my last thing.
All right, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a double agent? When does a double agent ever give away their cover?
Right.
Of course, he wouldn't tell all his supporters, like, I know I have this. He's not going to blow his cover. He's going to keep that to himself because he's a narcissist, just like the narcissist
Are we doing the
that
most,
he
though?
is.
Are we confusing
No,
black people?
I don't. It's not about confusing
Black and brown people?
It's not about confusing them. It's about opening their thinking so that you can think independently. Don't automatically assume he's telling the truth. Don't automatically assume that he's lying. You have to consider both sides of the spectrum and make an educated, informed decision.
Yes.
Because he is a liar.
This is about ethics and morals. Okay? Ethics is like basically this is your practices. This is what's true and what you should do. This is the right thing. Donald Trump, I agree with everything you just said, Kendall. Here's the thing. Donald Trump had the coronavirus a week ago. He knew he had it. He knew he had it when he went on that stage Tuesday night. This is my theory. And it's convenient for him to tell everybody now that he has it. Okay? He knew he had it. But the show must go on. And that's how he do it. This is a big debate. Everybody can't wait to see him and Joe go at it. And he had to go in there and do the do. He had to go in there and make the impression. And he didn't do very well, but he had it already. So I believe he does have it. I do believe he got it from his bust down.
Oh man!
From his side piece,
bill like Reverend Al Sharp. They're like, ding, 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 ding,
I do
ding,
believe
ding,
he
like,
got
I
it from
agree
his
with
side
you.
piece.
Yep.
Okay.
Side
but
piece is normally I
he
don't want
brought
to
it
give it
home
to
to
you.
Melania. Okay, and Melania, whatever.
And she drugged up.
I do believe
the first lady of the
you
United
are
States
correct.
who are open.
All I'm simply saying,
drug addict. Go ahead.
All I'm simply saying is he had it prior to the debate. Now it's convenient for him to sit here and tell everybody, "Yeah, I got it." Joe shook him. Okay, he thought Joe was going to be a pushover.
What's going to be the spin with it? All right, we'll hold that. We'll take the calls when we return. I'm Kendall.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, he said it. What? I thought you knew.
Say you wanted to be with me. That is so right. That you were that man that I can see. I'm sticking in my background, picking up a hole for you to make your move. But no longer will I be your weak girl. Let's play high. Let's play high.
You play the mama, baby. I play the dad. You play the mama and I play the dad. You play the mama and I play the daddy. And I play the daddy that runs the house. Straight up, I'm in the shack, about to we grown all alone, posted up in the back. There's no mistake.
All right, welcome back. 35 minutes after the hour. It's Kendall Moore Show. Of course, we are streaming live. Kendall D. Moore Show on Facebook, as well as WVON.com. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are checking out Vaughn TV. Big shout to what we are doing here at WVON.com. 591-1690. That is the number to connect. It's the original Friday night show. Let's go to the phone lines. So much to unpack when it comes to this. Brother Eric, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm doing okay. I was just thinking, oh man, I'm a native Black American, and I've been thinking real hard. Is why we are in the position we are after all these years. And I was thinking about, I'm in a dilemma. I'm afraid that if we vote for Biden and Kamala Harris, it's going to open up the floodgate of our biggest threat, which is immigration.
Whoa.
And so once they're in, because Kamala Harris is already, she's the daughter of immigrants, and she have a soft spot for immigration, and they're all at the borders waiting on the person to open up the gate for the flood in. And what that's going to do...
Bro Eric, I'm not trying to... No, Brother Eric, stay right here with me. I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm talking with you. So when we talk about immigration, Trump, when he talked about building a wall, and we, and it's never been built, it never will be built, because he's not going to be the president, in my opinion, for the next term. But he's never done that. His chief of staff or somebody in his administration has been locked up for whatever they did, stealing some of the money. But what's most important is that you have Latinos themselves in Florida who are going to be voting for Trump.
Yeah.
Right? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah.
Okay, please do.
It's more like a geographical location for that spot.
Bro, come on with it.
I'm talking about the policies that's in place right now. Like, for example, DACA, the DREAM Act. All that's in place right now.
Eric, again, I will ask the same question to you when it comes to Trump. If you have Latinx individuals who are voting for other Latinx people, from Mexico and other Caribbean nations and other Latin nations not to be able to come into this country. What is your argument? Will, hold on. Eric, don't go nowhere. Will, go ahead.
So this is what I have to say locally, statewide, and nationally. Black people have to get together. The reason why they are voting for Trump is because economically he's viable for them. Their economy, the Latino economy, is more viable than the Latinx economy is more viable than the black economy.
Which
at
is
this
why
point.
Lori is getting so much pushback right now.
She's getting pushback trying to build up the West and the South Side community. And if black people would stop fighting each other, if we would stop fighting each other across the state, across the country, across the world, we can be economically viable and competitive as well. But we won't do it. You got your organization and I got mine, and I don't see this. And that's the problem with us, man. I keep telling people they are together because they come over here and they realize that they are in it together. They realize they're immigrants.
Will, can I interject?
We won't make that connection. Our connection was lost 20, 30 years ago with our grandfathers and our grandparents because they immigrated from the South. They knew they had to stick together up here in the North, and that's why we flourished. We had that common social connection. Okay, so then economically we flourished. We have to get that back. And that's the problem. That's why they will vote for him, because it's good for business.
And here is the other part. Eric, I did not take you off of the air because I want to hear your retort to this.
Yes, I'm listening.
Some Latinos want to be white because their skin tone, hold on.
Not want to be, they consider themselves white. I know
even
this
the
for a
police
fact.
officers.
I have did surveys.
Like, quit playing
they consider
with
themselves
me.
White. They consider
Can we have a real conversation?
Of Spaniards.
They want to be white.
Descendants of French.
And they're not.
Of the Europeans.
And they will never be accepted as
they
that.
Consider
but they
themselves
try to act as such.
They consider
Go ahead, Eric.
Okay. First of all, I want to say our biggest problem is not the individual racist, it's the structural racism. The Latinos and the rest of the immigrants, they're systemically considered white by the system.
No, they are not.
No, they consider themselves white.
I will humbly disagree with you. No, they are
the
not.
national leader of the Proud Boys,
you know what, Eric,
which is a white supremacist organization that is in Britain, that is in New Zealand, that is in Australia. He is the national.
You sound like a damn fool.
The national spokesperson for the Proud Boys, which Donald Trump shouted out Tuesday night for America, is Latino. He's over Latinos for Trump. He considered himself white. Of Spanish descent, Spaniards, Spain, and you know plenty of people like that. You have to understand.
Let's take some of the calls.
That's all.
Hey, Ronald, how you doing? Welcome to the Kendall Moore Show.
Oh, I'm okay. Now, if Trump can go around saying fake news on everything, why is it that it can't be fake that he does this? We know how the government plays. The government will lie just to accomplish their goal. And with Trump lying about everything, why not? Why is it saying he's not lying about he got the C-19 just to throw everything on off? You know, you have to look at that and wonder. Every time something come out real, fake news.
Right. He uses it to his advantage.
All right, so Ron,
you know?
Ron, you still here? Will?
Yeah.
Ron, what you are saying is he did not come out and say it's fake news.
No. What I'm saying is everything he says, he always talking about is fake news. When you do your research and you got proof, he said fake news. How do we know he got it? I mean, we ain't seeing his test results.
I agree with him on that.
All right, Ron, thank you for your call. But
I agree with him on that. But here's the thing: if
we
he
don't
does
know,
have
that's
it,
the
how in the hell do we agree with anything when it comes to Trump?
It's not about
Why
that.
is it just about his health that we have to agree on, though?
It's not about that because there's many angles.
Do y'all hear me?
He could be trying to get sympathy
like this,
from voters. He could be possibly trying. He possibly be trying to avoid the next debate. He could possibly be trying a lot of things, because when you throw it out there, you're just trying to throw out there and see what sticks to the wall. And that might be what he's trying to do. He's trying to rally his voters. Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
Not saying that he has COVID.
I'm not seeing how that can rally anyone. I mean, their stance of the Trump, his administration for years has been he's the healthiest president alive.
Right.
And then when Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, when they question their health. So now Trump has COVID, and it's like, so what is he really appealing to if he says he has? Whether he have it or not, we don't know. We don't know. You're right. We don't know.
He's trying to make sure that he sustains his base.
But what is he getting out of it? I'm not sold on anything he can get out of it. I don't see what this.
He's been saying it's a hoax the whole time. It came out that he knew it was the truth. So he's appealing to the people who he alienated. That's who he's appealing to, because this entire election is going to be not about appealing to your base that you already have. This entire election is going to be won by getting people who would not have voted for you, getting people who would not have voted, period.
Right.
So you're trying to appeal to people
who are
not already in your base.
I'm going to act sick so I can appeal to
yes, absolutely.
to the little white boys. What are they going to do?
I'm going to humanize myself to you.
Absolutely. Not just the white boys.
I'm not a monster. I'm just like you.
But Kendall, in this instance, it's not a race thing. It's not that he's trying to appeal to the white boys. He's trying to appeal to the people who have completely canceled him out because he said it was a hoax. But their grandma died.
But he's the one who was responsible for the hoax.
But he don't know how they grandma dead.
See, I'm telling y'all, this is my field.
I was wrong.
I'm sorry,
I was
this
wrong.
Is coming from Kendall.
I didn't realize.
I do not believe that this is a hoax.
This is
Go ahead,
excellent marketing, because whether he got it or not, he's trying to
having
draw
a damn
sympathy from
conversation
voters.
I think he had it
And
months
you
ago,
will
I'm
be
telling
surprised
you.
who will support him.
Ask all of the 200,000 plus people who have COVID-19.
And they don't care. Some of them are still going to vote for him.
Why are we like now playing with the conversation?
Because
some of them
now
are still going to vote for him.
Because Trump now has it. Him and Melania.
Right.
And his Secret Service people.
Some of them are still going to vote for him.
His camp.
Some of them are still going to vote for him.
But how many people has he been in close quarters with? How many world leaders have been in his space?
I'm not
that had it, and now the president tested, but he didn't have it. The Secret Service had it, but he don't have it.
The Secret Service don't have it.
They did months ago.
I just don't see it. I just don't see why this would be anything for him to publicize or really benefit from it. I don't see why he would benefit
because you're not a campaigner, Isaiah.
I don't really see how
he's trying to get the sympathy vote.
Who can give me the sympathy vote? If he was responsible for having my family members die and he has COVID, I would wish death on him.
Okay, but everybody's not like that. I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling you, man.
I'm not gonna vote for him. He has COVID now.
I
feel sorry for him, so I'm gonna vote for him now. But he's the reason my grandmother died.
The fact that this guy even got in office in 2016 is incredible. See, people didn't realize that. Look, the day he got elected, I couldn't believe it. And the day his inauguration, when I was just in the bed, just like, I couldn't believe this. What? I'm telling you, man. Look, anything's possible. Everybody thought nobody was going to vote for Donald Trump in 2016. They said he's too racist. He voted and then he won. He shook it. Well, you can say he cheated. You can say whatever you want to say.
I'm not gonna say,
but he won. He been sitting in that White House 3.5 years.
I will not say any of that.
He allowed Russia to influence the last election.
But he still
found a way.
That's all I'm saying.
The last election in his favor. No one has done that before. You have to think that he does things that have not been done.
Exactly.
Just think
he's willing to do what he needs to do to win. That's what y'all don't understand. And I know this from being a campaigner. Trust me, nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me. You come out and say, man, my son died or this happened. Trust me, I've seen it, man. I'm not surprised.
And at the end of the day, we talk about black politicians all the time here in the city of Chicago. We talk about them about not being able to do what they're supposed to do when it comes to our community.
Mm-hmm.
We got people in the state of Illinois who are still arguing that they want kids to go back to school to play sports because they're losing their scholarships. I'm just trying to put this in perspective for everyone. And now we have the president of the freest world in the world who has contracted COVID. And now him and his wife. They skipped over everybody else. Because, hold on, Will, come on, because I just sat here.
Right.
Everybody else don't have it or have not come out and said that they do. What I am bringing up, if it's a political stunt, this would be the worst political stunt in America's history. Now, getting back to Isaiah's point, he absolutely knew that he had it. And that is the conversation that we should be having. This is a guy who puts everybody at risk. Everybody. Regardless if we feel that he is lying or not, we already know, we've already checked off that he's a liar. We checked off that he's a narcissist. We checked off that he's a rapist. We've checked off all of these other boxes. So since we've already checked those things off, though, why are we still having like this type of conversation? Like, we're wasting our time with this. In my very humble opinion, because if he knew he had it, and we know he had it before he even walked on the stage to debate with Joe Biden. We do, because it's already been confirmed by Fox News, by CNN, and all of these other stations that we listen, TV stations that so we already knew he had it. But back to him lying. Let's go back to the other lie that he talked about when he did the interview and said, well, I know coronavirus is real, but I did not want to make a big deal to the American public.
Right.
Please miss me with the theories. This guy's not fit to be a president.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to break, and then we'll come back. It's the Kendall Moore Show.
The next generation of WVON, Kendall Moore, will be right back on the top.
Around for what we are doing after this show. 591-1690. Let's get to the call. Will, Isaiah, Beretta. We never have enough time.
Never.
We never have enough time. Let's talk to Earl. Earl, how are you? Welcome to the Kendall Moore Show.
How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Right. How y'all doing?
All right, Earl,
I actually thought it was a hoax myself. I thought it was like real perfect.
Come on, Earl, like real talk.
I did. I really did. I did. I thought it was.
Help me understand.
I just think it's so unbelievable. That's why.
Give me your facts as to why you think it was facts.
It's just a thought. No,
bro. You said you thought it was a fact. Give me your fact as to why you thought it was a fact, not a hoax.
I didn't mean to say I thought it was a fact. I thought it was a hoax that he has this coronavirus all of a sudden. I think it's a hoax. And the reason why I thought that is because after the debate, they were talking about next time we do this debate, we're going to have these rules. We're going to cut your mic off when you're doing all that. And I felt like if he couldn't dominate it, then he didn't want to do it. So, okay, now I'm sick. And so now they're talking about they might not even have other debates now.
Bro.
And now we get to just look at him be sick and everybody like, oh, Donald Trump is sick. People
and he
feel
wants
bad
sympathy.
Sick. Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, I think it's like Will said. I think it's like it's a perfect marketing thing for him to run with that now, and people will play on that. Oh, he's sick. He old. He got the corona and all that. Yeah. I think he's doing it. I think it was not necessarily might not even been him. But his camp might have been like, yo, you have the corona. You did a terrible job. Everybody looking at you crazy. So now you got corona. But that's just my thought. I could be totally wrong.
I respect that. Bro, Earl, you know, not dismissive. I respect that.
My oldest brother name was Earl, man. Thank you, brother. I think of my brother all the time. My oldest brother, who passed now.
Absolutely
His
not
name was
being
Earl.
dismissive. But if I could share just a couple minutes of my thoughts when it comes to this. When it comes to us as people, as black people, we are the first ones to accept bullshit.
Yeah, he said it.
We're the first ones to do it all the time. You know, you got people, you know, that's going to talk and say, oh, yeah, maybe that is that. Maybe that is it. We'll get your ass out the studio because you're coughing and shit, right?
All right.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing, though. We're the first ones to accept BS all the time. This man told you 3 days ago that he's a white supremacist.
Yeah.
And now you guys are telling me that you are thinking that he's playing a game with you about the coronavirus. I do not get it. Am I the only one who thinks
He's trying
this?
to get sympathy. You will be surprised.
From
man.
who, Will?
He's trying to
From
get
the white
sympathy from the
boys?
swing
From the
voters.
white
The people that
supremacists?
can't make up their mind. Them swing voters are the
But
ones
black
who try to reach
people,
every
we
year.
play into this.
It's many of us
all
like that. We
the
do that.
time.
We say, oh, Massa's sick. We need to help Massa.
We play into this
We need to
all
help
the
him.
time.
Massa's sick.
We're going to have
need
people
go.
on VON. We're going to have people on VON talking about,
It's like what Malcolm X
there's
said.
something to it. Ain't nothing to it.
Oh, Massa's sick. We sick.
And people going to listen and they going to call in like, you know, I agree with you. Man, stop.
Either way,
Stop
if
playing.
you believe that he's sick or you believe that he's lying, it's irrelevant. You still shouldn't vote for this man.
I'm telling you, but watch, it's some of us gonna get out there. Oh, Massa's
So
sick.
what do you-
And it's gonna,
so what do you
Latino
say?
say, hey man,
What you're
hey, man,
saying is-
he's sick too. We sick.
over the
black people
200,000
gonna say,
plus
hey
who
man,
have
we
been-
sick. He's sick. We sick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they're gonna identify with his sickness. And
Ladies
they
and
gonna feel
gentlemen, I
sorry
gotta
for
get
him.
ready to go. I've been given a note, and I got so much more to say. All right, I appreciate you guys participating with me here this evening.
I'm just saying, man.
Big shout to the beloved Community Family Wellness Center. They will be hosting a free COVID testing and a mass care package giveaway on Saturday, October 10th, from 10 a.m. until 2. The location, 2233 West 79th Street. For more information, make sure that you contact them at 773-651-3629 or visit bcfcw.org. We got to get ready to get out of here. Wish I had more time. What's that, Will? What you doing? I ain't gonna cut you off today.
What
Give
am
me
I
10
doing this
seconds.
weekend? I'm going to a couple of community meetings, but that's what I'm doing this weekend. Very boring stuff.
All right, handsome dude. Make sure that you get out. Make sure you get out to the beloved Community Family Wellness Center
I will be there
on
next week.
October 10th.
I will be there October 10th.
All
I
right.
will be there.
All right, fantastic. Beretta, what you doing?
Actually, we'll be at a couple of open houses. I don't recall the addresses at the moment. I have a lot of realtor friends, so I'll be volunteering some time, handing out some hors d'oeuvres at some real estate.
Hors d'oeuvres.
So, hors d'oeuvres.
All right, we got to get up out of here. Isaiah, what happened, baby?
Just doing some homework, and I'm gonna rent a car, and I'm gonna go to a little pumpkin patch with my friends this weekend.
What?
Yeah, man.
Send me the information
like
because
fun.
my wife Nicole, we would love to be at a pumpkin.
Some fall
pumpkin patch.
activities.
All right. 9-5, we appreciate you producing the show per usual. Big Dale, always in that order. We appreciate you. Folks, until next time, and as always, church and tabernacle.
What's new?